I was cleaning out the attic and I found my Nintendo Wii. And I'm not talking about the Wii U, I'm talking about the old Wii. I remember playing Wii Sports with my family every weekend, Wii Baseball, and I kind of felt some type of way because that was the last console I ever bought. Well, actually, I had an Xbox 360, but my parents hid it from me and refused to give it to me because my grades were so bad. And by that time I got my 360 because I improved my grades, the 360 got discontinued soon after, which was like around 2016. It made me think about some of these old games I used to play, like the old version of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Like, I haven't played the 3DS version, the old Pokemon games, the old Yu-Gi-Oh games, and I never got into the new games that people have nowadays. Like, I never played Fortnite in my life. I never played Apex Legends. I used to watch my ex play, and there's just so much stuff going on. That's why I can't stand Minecraft anymore. The old Minecraft was better. Now there's like 20 million things going on in the vanilla game. The mechanics are all over the place. God forbid you mod Minecraft. There's like a ton more things going on here. I could still play games like Sims because Sims is very simple-minded of a game, even though they keep adding DLC and the mechanics remain the same for the most part. It's not like Minecraft where every major update, the whole world is generated completely differently. And I'm not trying to just beat up on Minecraft here, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I feel the same about like Yu-Gi-Oh games too. When I not Yu-Gi-Oh games, but just Yu-Gi-Oh in general. When I used to be so much into Yu-Gi-Oh, it was just ritual summoning, fusion summoning, synchro summons, XZ summons, and now they got, I don't know, pendulum summoning, link summoning, man, even Pokemon got the game messed up too, man. I stopped caring around the time they added these Z moves. Pokemon Sun and Moon, people be doing these sus poses to activate a move. I activate my Z move, 20 hot dogs in my mouth. It does 110 meat damage with 10% accuracy. Like, what is going on in these games anymore? Like, you ever wonder why I play the same old games in my videos? This is why I don't know. You should play this game, Aku. Man, shut your ass up. I'm not into these new games. I keep saying that. I feel like the reason why I've grown so stubborn and distaste for gaming, and I know how some people are, just because my opinion on gaming is not the same as yours, people get mad. Okay, apparently we got to live the same life here. Apparently, okay. I think what happened is my childhood died a long time ago. I think the day it died is when I moved out with my ex-girlfriend, because I remember during that time period I started getting into Team Fortress 2, but that game is filled with kids, depressed bronies, and divorced single baby daddies, and I started to realize my passion for gaming or living life carefree went away. I used to play TF2 and be stressed out about real life. That was never a thing for me when I was younger. I would just play games and goof around. Maybe watch Yu-Gi-Oh! GX or 5Ds. Like, I wasn't watching anime like that, but you know, that was the only anime I was watching. And I would not care about a single thing in the world. When I moved out with Shorty, we was eating bread off of a napkin, and I had some beat up laptop because I was so broke. I couldn't play any of the new games. I couldn't afford a new console. I had some cheap Android phone that was super slow, and I was beefing with Shorty because we was struggling and it was stressing us both out. We were also stressed about school. I'm trying to be a neurosurgeon. She's trying to be a nurse. We a medical couple. We hate our lives, naturally. I remember during the 1v1 therapy video, Sunset Clips asked me a question. And if you watch the video, I'll leave it in the description if I'm not lazy, right? But if you watched it or listened to it, he said, do your family members have any mental health issues that affected you or you inherited, right? And I told him no. And that's the truth. My parents are very resilient and stoic. My dad is kind of questionable about his decision making, which I joke about all the time in my videos, but he's not like depressed or anything like that. But once I became 19 or so, all of a sudden my mental health started spiraling. I don't know what happened. It just suddenly set off. And I know the internet psychologists and the cyber internet specialists will emphasize that usually mental illness and psychological issues start onsetting at adult ages and blah, blah, blah. And that may be true. I'm not disagreeing with you, but like, rhyming accidentally, but like, there wasn't a significant event that suddenly flipped the switch for me. It just happened. All of a sudden, I'm sad all the time, or I would go 0 to 100 with my anger. And you know, out of fairness, like I said in my older videos, I grew up as a very angry teenager because I was mad at things people did to me when I was younger. But once the switch turned on as an adult, I spiraled. That's when my childhood died. it became it became like a part where life isn't as fun anymore. And you can make the argument, which I agree, that you can make life as fun as you make it. It's your decision and how you choose to live your life. I understand. But there's always the inevitable feeling in the back of your mind that stresses you out about things. I miss not having that feeling. I miss not having anxiety about anything. I might say, and this is simply called growing up, but it's sad it has to be that way. I feel like the moment you lose your innocence of being a child, everything hits the fan. And that can hit differently depending on who you are. Some people, they lose their innocence at a very young age. I'm saying mine went away around 19. Some of y'all had issues earlier in your life. There's a point where it's like, it's not innocence maybe. I feel like your childhood dies as well when you lose your passion for things. Like, I'm not excited for things anymore. I experience more anxious and miserable emotions than I do with feelings of euphoria. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the same anymore. These quote fun things aren't fun anymore. A lot of things aren't fun anymore. I'm struggling to find myself entertained. A lot of things have become empty to me. What's even more impactful is, I know a lot of people listening to this or experience this, is that sometimes I think your childhood dies because you made a decision to rationalize the situation. Oh, now you remember when maybe your family member hurt you, or somebody who you loved in the past was really using you this whole time. Yo, I've had that moment several times in my life. You ever think about someone in the past and then realize like, wow, I just realized they were using me, or wow, I just realized they lied to me. They kept something from me. And that person may not even be in your life anymore. They're far in the past. But that reality hitting you is terrifying. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what happens when your childhood dies. Reality hits sometimes. Reality about life. And it's hard to be a delusional optimist, because that doesn't last very long all the time. And I know being pessimistic isn't very helpful either. But there's also a thing about just being realistic, Sometimes that reality sets in and then you're hit blindsided by it. And I think that's what I'm talking about here. Like, and it depends on the person. Remember, everybody has a different situation to how your childhood died. I'm curious to read, and I want to know, when did your childhood die? When did you start experiencing things I'm talking about in this video where things aren't fun anymore? I don't want to say it's dull, like everything in life is dull to you now, or maybe your passions are filled with dullness. But life isn't exciting as it used to be. That feeling where things aren't the same anymore. I would say, I feel like this happened to a lot of people during the lockdown, especially if you were maybe a teenager during the lockdown. Like, that's when things started to really hit the fan for you. But for those who already died inside before then, when did your childhood die? And for the people who actually still have I know there's some people who be like, yo, my childhood still hasn't died yet. And they're like, I don't know, like in their 30s. Like, I know some people who are like that. And I don't know how you do it. For real, I don't know how you do it. I don't know what doesn't make you stress out. Like, I don't get it. Because I feel like once you hit a certain age of adulthood, your childhood evidently is going to have to die, because you're going to have to deal with the realities of life. Or are you just not thinking about these realities? How does this happen for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, Shraggy? Like, I don't get it. But maybe you can educate me on this. All right? You know what I'm saying? And listen, for the people who want to share how your childhood died, maybe, if you feel comfortable sharing it, let me know. What triggered it for you? I already told my life story so many times on this channel. I mean, if you really want to hear everything again, I'll leave one of the videos in the description. But hey, first leave a like and comment, okay? Before you go to that video, shaking my head. This episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. Times Square. Nightmare, 7 a.m. in the morning though. No surprise. Times Square's you and I under those lights. No disguise. Don't tell me
me everything you wanted was a lie. All those city lights, it's an endless night. Never expected you to bring me so much life. Close my eyes too long, then it's time to say goodbye. Let's dance all night until the stars don't show glow. Till the sunrise, then we go solo. Making up for all the times that we were low. Let's make some memories before we do go. Let's dance all night until the stars don't show glow. Till the sunrise, then we go solo. Making up for all the times that we were low. Let's make some memories before we do go. Caution, wait a moment, keep my heart locked, the way it's filled with emotion. Gave the key to you, right in front of you is open. Hey, try your best to not leave it broken. Oh, it's been a while since you know it's frozen.